Oopsie. I should have opened this up on my other screen so I don't have to. Okay. Mm, I don't know if I wonder. I really do wonder how what's it called? How loud my keys are. I am curious. I've been listening to the same music each time. Bro, I have 159 of this guy's songs. Damn. That is quite a lot of songs. I don't know if his early songs had samples I can't listen to. But let's see. Let's do Autumn Hues, and then if I might not be able to do La Mesa. Autumn Hues vibe until the end. Okay, that's what I'll do. Okay, let's listen to Autumn Hues first. Yeah. Okay, let's check the. I don't know if you guys can really hear it. Hold on. Let me do the thing so I can talk to you guys. Okay, close. There. So now this has been done. Okay. Yeah, today's an interesting day. I said I would make a guide because people kept asking how to draw heads. Like, I think I got that question. I'm not very good though. Like, I wouldn't consider myself the best. So, I'm gonna do it. Okay, I don't know what screen this is gonna open up on, but I just wanted to pin a tab, and I forgot what the. Oh my goodness. Is it this one? That's project. Is it Control Shift P? That's. Is it Control Shift S? Oh, Control Shift T. Nope, not Control Shift T. Let me close this real quick. Okay, what about Alt Home Shift T, Alt Shift T, Control Alt T, Control Alt P. Yeah, like I am actually like have no clue. I haven't used this in a while. Yo, I'm trying to. Oh my! It's Windows Control T. Bro, I'm stupid. How's everyone doing? There, I got it. I got it working. Okay, let's close this because I don't need this open anymore. Update available. I'm not updating that. Okay, so I was doing this. I was doing this before because I warmed up earlier. I did, like, I've been saying I was gonna get back into the gesture drawing, and I actually did. I only did 10 for like 2 minutes each. And low-key, even though it took me quite a bit of time to do them and I didn't really finish them, I liked them. Like, personally, I feel like these were some of the best ones I've done yet. Even though most of them aren't like finished. I think I really, it feels more like they actually look like what the pose was, rather than them just being like a bunch of boxes. Because, like, I think I've shown what the first ones I did were. Those weren't gesture drawings. Anyways, I don't know if I'm going to continue doing them on my art book, but I'll see. Anyways, yeah. Holy, this chair is loud. Anyways, how's everyone else's day going? I didn't ask. I just ranting for the first bit. I hope the audio isn't too quiet. Anyways, I already started, but these were just practice. What I plan on doing is recording myself doing it here, and then I'll edit it and re-upload it to later today when I wake up in the morning. That's what my goal is. So this is what I was doing before. Now, because this is more of a guide, I wasn't really looking at references. When I look at references, my heads look a lot more, like, a lot better. And that's my number one advice. Because I'm not that good, right? So, always use references. Just because it helps you ground what you're making in reality. Oops. Okay. Yeah, so this is this. Let us make a new file. Hold on. Let's move you to the right. Okay, that's not what I meant. Hide. Anyways, hopefully you guys aren't having a bad day. So I'm not gonna open the stream, so I'm just gonna trust that the audio levels are pretty balanced. If they aren't, then I'll just redo this later tomorrow when my mom isn't at home, and I'll just re-record it. I'll do a short stream and re-record it then. So now for this one, I am going to use a reference. I gotta find one, just because, like, don't not use references. Please don't do that. It's not been. It's like, as much as you think. At least this is from my experience. I know this guy's art. As much as you think it's gonna make, it's not yours. It's not like you're stealing anything. It's one thing to copy and another thing to just reference. Especially when you're just referencing the structure of the head, like, it shouldn't really matter, in my opinion. Okay, I'm just looking at. Okay, let's not get scrolling. Just go. I'm gonna go to one of the ones that I have already pinned on here. Let's go to this one, because I have quite a few. No, I don't. I only have 7. Isn't that crazy? I only have 7 in there. How many pins do I have on here? I seriously don't have that many pins. Oh, these are suggested pins. These are suggestions. Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, tracing is different. Tracing is different from referencing. And even then, tracing isn't bad. It's like, it's not like you're claiming you made it, you know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter. But for the specific purposes, I wanted to specifically reference something so that it's, like, obvious. My main goal is to point out that, you know, you don't just make something out of nowhere. You need an actual visual library. So, I agree, bro. Right now, I'm just trying to look in my pins to see if there's a specific one I can do. that isn't particularly difficult and I am willing to put on here because I have quite a lot of pins that I probably don't want to put on here, if I'm going to be honest. And a lot of them also aren't art, so I probably don't want to put them on here either because that's not helpful. I could check my desktop, but like, I'm lazy and my computer's really slow. Looking on Pinterest is low-key quicker than opening up my file explorer. Okay, I passed one a while ago, and then I passed the specific one I wanted to use. Oh, I know which one I wanted to use. Okay, this one I could use it. I'm gonna go back up and find the other one. Okay, there's two. I found two. I think I'm procrastinating a bit, but this is also part of the process. I'm lucky I didn't stream like a while ago, because then I would have been even less prepared. Anyways, like I said, I hope everyone's having a good day right now. Me, I was at like an interview thing. Okay, see you later, bro. Anyways, yeah, like I've been I had an interview thing at school, so I was I wouldn't say busy. Who am I following on here? I'm only following 3 people. You know what? Let's just get started. I'm wasting too much time. Yeah, I don't really take anything too seriously anymore. So that's my main advice. Don't take things too seriously. It's not that serious most of the time. Now, personally, I like drawing circles more on paper. It just feels like it's actually a circle. It doesn't always feel like a circle on a computer. And the crazy part is I probably draw better circles on the computer than I do on a piece of paper. And it's just my mind that's playing a trick on me. So we're going to go with this one. So I don't know how to phrase this. It's not actually that hard to draw a head when you try to just draw a head and not try to make it really good, if you know what I mean. Especially when you're practicing or you're like just sketching something, it doesn't need to look very good, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but like you're almost never gonna like what you're gonna make. So I normally cut it up into like half, depending on where I want the head to be facing. If you notice, I normally make my head face sort of in this direction. I think this is just because I'm right-handed, if I'm going to be honest, and this is very comfortable. It's very comfortable to do arcs like this way in comparison to this way. That's probably what it is. If you run into problems like that, just flip it, or if you have a sheet of paper, just turn it upside down. That's what I do when I really want to do it the other way. I just turn it upside down, and then all of a sudden the same arc is in the other direction. Make sense? But for this purpose, I'm gonna try to do it the normal way. So you just, it doesn't need to look perfect. Do remember that it's gonna curve more. I turned upside down anyways. It's just crazy. It's gonna turn more on the edges. I don't like how thick this line is, but we're gonna keep it because it is what it is. Now you gotta decide where the where not the nose is, but the spot in between where your eyes are and your nose, like up here, right on the eyebrow line. It's the top of the eye socket. I don't know what it's called, but we're just gonna call it the top of the eye socket. So like right at the top of the bone. This is the line I use. Other people use multiple sets of lines. The Loomis method uses a different. Mine is just the way I do it because I just like doing it my way. I don't think my way is better, personally. I don't think my way is really that special either. I think there's millions of people that do it the same way as me. But this is how I do it, so you have a general idea. What I normally do is before going horizontally, I just pick a spot where I'm gonna take the line, and I basically continue the line from the tangent. In math, the tangent line is essentially like a line where it just goes like that. It's just one intersection right here, right? That's math talk, right? So I'm just trying to make a line that basically starts somewhere on this curve and just goes completely straight, right? So don't think of it as a tangent line, just think of it as a straight line that only touches the curve once. So I don't know where it's going to be here. I think I want to make them be looking down because looking up is a little bit more difficult. I might do a one that's looking up a little bit later. This is the least professional thing you're ever going to see, so don't. So that's the line I came up with. Right? That's honestly probably a better line, this one over here. Remember, don't be afraid to erase. You have erasers in real life, so it's not like you can't do it digitally either. I don't know why I'm talking like I know what I'm doing. Because I really don't. Anyways, this top looks bad, but like I said, neglect anything you think looks bad because it normally isn't that big of a deal. So I think I started this line here. It doesn't really matter where it started. This is just where the chin's gonna be. Then I normally cut it in half at around the spot I started that line. It doesn't really matter what it looks like. Just cut it in half. Then I try to make a circle around that spot, but it normally doesn't end up too pretty, if I'm gonna be real. So this side, I don't like this side. Most of this side, like, this is what I mean by the circle's never actually perfect. If you look, the circle is wider width-wise. So, like, that's why it doesn't really matter, like, most of the time. Because even when you make a perfect circle, this circle line, this arcing line, isn't going to be perfect either. So it's going to mess it up. So don't care about anything. Just draw. Bro, I'm terrible at this. Then from this, I sort of put a line here to mark where the chin's gonna be. The chin isn't gonna be that flat. Why did I just do a 180? But this is where it's going to start. Then from this point onwards, I sort of guide where I actually want the head to look. From the chin, I normally start from the chin, but I'm doing the top just to solidify how I want the top of the head to look. Okay, so now this is where this is going. So I want this to go here, here, out. So we're gonna, this is just a arbitrary line. For the jawline, don't really care too much with the style of art that I'm doing, which is like very anime inspired, I believe. Their jawlines typically protrude out in various angles. Like if you do it like this, it might be like this. For this one, I'm already seeing where I don't like it. It would look like something like this. Now, if you see this head spot at the top, I keep spinning it. This is just because it's a habit. See over here how it's like making it bigger? It makes it look weird because it's basically showing that this part of the chin is either further away, so the camera's coming from above, which it would be, but from a really weird angle because this is like such a sharp curve, or this guy's a massive cranium, which I think most people are just going to interpret as the other. So I normally, if I see it and I don't like it, I just try and sculpt it differently. And keep in mind, this is basically very similar to how I do it with pencil. I don't really change much. I just feel like I think my drawings, and I think I like them more when I draw them on pencil than when I draw them in my computer. I think I'm just yapping. Anyways, now we got one side of the head, we don't got the other side. Now since this is the side of the chin that's normally just like this, ear here, right? And this would be the shoulders and stuff. Yeah, this part is just a round part. But you gotta remember, this eye line, this top eye line, is normally where a little bit above where the ears should be. Right? So with that in mind, you gotta sculpt the ears in this location. So you gotta be aware. This can't go like this. Then you got insane jawline and no ears. I mean, you can do that. It's your decision, but I'm not going to. I normally try and curve it. It looks weird in my opinion every time I do this because it looks like I ruined it. But I normally do it like this as sort of like just a cop out to get it on the paper. I feel like once you get it on the paper, it's not as bad as it actually you think it's gonna be. And then, move like this. Hold up, let me check, make sure no one's messaging me on Discord. Yeah. Okay, we're chilling. No messages. We're chilling. So yeah, hit it like this. Then we go probably like this. I just put the ear on an arbitrary position. I don't really ever think too much about it. I will change it a bit depending on if I really like how it looks. Yeah, it's about how I do it. It still looks a bit rough. And that's because it is a bit rough. This ear is really bad. Let me curve this a bit. Make this a bit bigger. I don't think... Yeah, that should be fine. It's fine enough. We'll make the skull, the back of the skull a bit bigger over here. This is where the neck is, so we're just gonna bring this out and there. I don't think this looks too bad. I think it looks better upside down than it does looking upside right. It's really the ear that's doing it for me, so I'll change this right now. My best opinion is if you think a certain area is causing you problems, just erase it and then try again. Cause it's a mistake then. If you think something's wrong, flip it. And if you know something's wrong, you erase it. There's no point in keeping something that you know is wrong. Or it's not even that it's wrong, really. It's just that you don't like it. The word wrong, anytime I use it, it's just me saying that you don't like it. Because at the end of the day, you want to like what you're making. It shouldn't really matter what other people do, what other people think. Okay, so I don't really. I think it's fine, but I don't think it's my favorite one. It's probably because this curved line is not too nice, low key. But we deal with what we deal with, and I'm the one who set the table, so I'm the one who's got to eat what I put on there. So we're just gonna live with it. Now, normally when I do the eyes, I think of it as like a ribbon, and you're just drawing them on the ribbon. So like if the ribbon's like this, it's gonna start smaller on that side, get bigger on this side, sort of type of thing. Right? And then on top of that, don't do them one side at like it like all the detail. You know? Do it in between. Distribute the details between. And you don't need to put the eyes in right away. If it helps you, just use the ear wherever you put it as sort of the bottom mark. And then now you have your ribbon that I was talking about earlier. I like to sort of dig a channel out where the nose is gonna be. Well, at least this is what I like doing now, so. Who knows what I like doing in the future. I don't know. I really like the way noses are done in certain styles, so this is sort of what I gravitate towards. Guidelines are just guidelines, so don't be afraid to erase them. So now we're going to start with the eye behind the here. So I think this looks good. This first bit looks pretty nice in my opinion. So we're going to try and replicate that. Now this left one doesn't look as perfect as I think this one is, but that's because I'm not I'm not that good. I'm not gonna lie. But it's passable. I think I just need to improve this curve. And then this should go up, low key. What time is it? Is it 1 o'clock? Oh, it is. Damn, that's crazy. Anyways, yeah, so now this looks a bit wet. This looks a bit mad. Because this left eye is lower than the right eye now that I've messed with it. So this is where I'd say I don't like it that much. So I'm going to change it. So we're going to go to the select. Don't be afraid to erase or move things around. It's literally a part of the process. So we're going to move this one up here. We're going to move this up here. I mean, I think I'm a little bit happy with this positioning and the layout. Anyways, yeah. Let's erase this part because I feel like it needs to be a little bit sharper like that one, while maintaining so now I'm just sort of feathering it in. That's what I'll call this. Because it really isn't doing much. I'm just sort of going with the flow. At this stage, I don't really care what I'm doing, if I'm going to be real. it's just like getting across the finish line, in my opinion. I want to get something there so that it's not empty. Make sense? So now this Loki, it looks a bit scuffed, but it's all right. Now this eye back here looks to be the same eye size as this one. So I'm gonna be honest. Brother, this guy just messaged me. Yikers. Okay, the stream is probably gonna only go for 35 more minutes. Okay, we're chilling. Yeah. So this left eye is a bit smaller than the right eye. Or it might be like the right size and I'm low-key over. I'm just gassing it. I think I'm just gassing it. Anyways, this is what it looks like. Now, where is this looking? What direction is the face looking? Right? That's an important question to ask because it really sort of directs everything from this point forward. If you're looking up, your eyebrows get pushed up. If you like basically anything from this point forward, you gotta base it off of this. So you can't just start drawing stuff, or else you're gonna get different mixed reactions. So I want the eyes to be looking at the viewer for this one. So we're gonna sort of put these in here. Now this one looks weird, but once we get the second one in here, it should start looking like it's looking at us. Now I don't know really much about eyes, but I know this is looking to me because I can feel it. You know, it looks like something's looking to me. I don't really like that feeling. So now that we got this set up, I'm really in love with this right eye, not so much with the left eye. We're gonna run this eyebrow real quick. Nice. Now they look like they're angry with me, which is honestly what I was going for. So I think I'm heading in the right direction. It's nice, looking nice so far. Now you put hair on this. I'm not the hair maestro or mastero. I'm not even the lip mastero. I put like a little nose mark here. I tend to do these lips. I really like the hyper detailed ones, but I'm not very good at it yet. I think this is just fine. I think this is perfectly fine for really anyone. Like, this is what level I'm at. I currently want to get better. And to anyone who is following along with what I said somehow following along with what I said and got to your result, and you aren't happy with your result, or it doesn't look like mine, or even if it looks better than mine, which it probably does, and you still aren't happy with your result, you got to understand that art isn't about copying what other people are doing, but it's about making something with what you see, right? It's all about taking input and turning it to output. So when you come to whatever finished product you get, make sure that it isn't just a carbon copy of this, and make sure it's like, you know, you taking my words and my description and actually implementing your own way of doing it. This is just how I structure the head, But who says your eyes are gonna look like this, your nose is gonna look like this, your mouth's gonna look like this? You know what I mean? Maybe you are doing it a lot more realistic. You know, I don't know how to draw a realistic head. So be happy with whatever result you get as long as you put the work in. That should be your one criteria for whether or not it's a good job. Did you put the work in? Never base your work off of how good you think it looks or other outlying factors that, because like at the end of the day, I'm pretty confident you will never truly be really happy with anything you make, because you always know you can get better, and it's a sad reality. For you. Okay, so this is how I'm not very good at line art. Line art's the one area I want to really improve. Oh, that's the last song of the album. So we're gonna go listen to not Last Mesa. We're gonna listen to Vibe to the End. Okay. Now we're here, so we're gonna do the best I can, because this is not my strong suit. There's a reason why most of my things stay as sketches, because I feel like anytime I get them into this phase, they break down. When I take away like the sketch layer, it falls apart, for me at least. Okay, so this is the face section. The few times I've done this, like rendering this much, I normally split it up. I don't know if this is the ideal way to do line art. Honestly, it probably isn't, but I prefer doing it this way. Even though it's like more work, I'd assume, it's still fine by me most of the time. Sorry if my voice isn't really the most palatable to listen to right now. I also know like I've been really inactive over here for a bit, just because of myself, you know, it is who I am. But I'm gonna try to put a little bit more effort in making sure I'm not just leaving for that as much time as I did, because I feel like the one thing I did bring was consistency, and like I can't just not be consistent. And I think consistency beats talent, I think. And it's not like it's not like talent is what gets people to where they want to be. I just want to make stuff, so I gotta keep drawing. So we're done. So, oh, I forgot to do the circle. I hate the zoom scrolls on here, low key. After using it for like a few months, the scroll wheels aren't the best. I feel like they can't decide which direction they're going in. So we're gonna take off the sketch layer. That looks like about what I would expect it to look like, honestly, after the sketch layer is gone. I don't know. Anytime I take off the sketch layer, it looks weird to me. But this is what we ended up with. I don't think that's terrible. It looks fine by me. If you keep the sketch layer on. Now, with this information, I guess you know how I do it. At least in my sketchbook, per se. In terms of coloring it, I'm not at that stage where I'm comfortable to make something about how I color things, because I don't know how to color. I just know how to do basic lines. So, it's probably where I gotta leave all my sort of tips and advice, because I don't really know where to go from here. One thing for people watching this video, if you got this far, I would like advice at how, like, if my line art's good, in the sense of, because it just feels bland, and when I put color to it, it ends up bland. So I don't know what the problem is. Like, I think it's me, you know. I think it's because all the line art's single level. It's not like, but that's just because of the specific brush I used this specific time. I wonder if, like, maybe using a line weighted brush would probably make it better and more easily usable, viewable, etc., etc. Yeah, I think this is about it. This is about everything I wanted to say about how I draw the head. I know anyways, yeah. What I'm going to do for you guys, since this is sort of like just a small stream, it really isn't that long. It's only 43 minutes. And on top of that, the entire goal was just to do this because someone asked me to. So this has been done. This video will be uploaded tomorrow. Next week, I'll probably do sort of a video on what I did this past week and stuff. Just whatever I was doing. And yeah, I don't know if anyone's watching, but hopefully you guys have a good day. I'll see you guys later. See you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your morning, day, evening, whatever, wherever you're watching from. Sorry, I apologize, and I will see you later. Okay.